So a couple days ago, I showed y'all how if I had $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, how could I cash flow that Bitcoin without losing on the potential price appreciation? So what we did is we got into a wrapped ETH and BTC pool. In this video, which is going to be separated into two parts, I'm going to show you what if I'm sitting on, close to $100,000 of ETH and I want to ride the price appreciation of ETH or Bitcoin or any asset you have, but I don't want to get complex with like correlated pairs. I'd like to do like an ETH USDC pool, but I don't want to miss out on the upside of ETH. This is the video you want to watch. By the way, before we get too far into this video, you can also check out our DeFi as a business free course. You can get on the website or comment below DeFi free course, and it'll explain sort of the beginning steps of like, how do you even get started in this stuff? That would be like a 3-hour long video. So we broke it down into a really, really intense free course, and we're always adding and modifying. So just let me know below if you want access to the free course. Also, point two, we're doing a $1,000 Christmas giveaway. We're going to be giving away some Bitcoin on Instagram, which you can see here at Rubixinator. Stay tuned for that, but definitely follow me on Instagram and enter for a chance to win $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, which in 10 years might be worth a couple $100,000. All right, let's get into it. So as you can see here, I'm sitting on $78,000 worth of ETH, so 21 ETH, and that has been in my ledger. The problem with that is this doesn't cash flow. So this just sits there, and yes, it appreciates. And yes, I could see ETH being $10,000 plus this cycle. So of course, I don't want to miss out on the upside of that. I want to turn this $78,000 into $300,000 plus. And if I'm in a liquidity pool like ETH and USDC, I'm going to miss out on all that upside. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to supply this ETH for 2.94% APY on base. I'm not doing this for the 3%, but get this. Once I supply this ETH, so again, $78,000 plus some change of ETH, and bam, there we go. Just hasn't caught up yet. There we go. So I've supplied $78,000, 480 worth of ETH onto Aave, which is the most trusted lending borrowing platform available. And so now, as you can see, I got $78,360 worth of ETH. Of course, that's going to fluctuate as the price of ETH fluctuates. But at the end of the day, I got 21.08 worth of ETH, which in a crypto portfolio, that's what you want to track anyways. Too many people get obsessed with the dollar value of the portfolio. But when it comes to BTC and ETH for me, just like over here on VFAT, I'm cash flowing, between on average around $25,000 a month for my Bitcoin and ETH. And I'm less concerned about the price fluctuations because I know what ETH and Bitcoin are going to be worth this bull run. And so just to take it back just one quick step, some people are like, oh, that's a really tight range. I've been in range for quite a while, and I'm tight because it's so correlated. And at times I do get out of range, but because the assets are so correlated, I'm less concerned about that, and I don't care which way I get swapped out because over time, they're correlated. So to me, this is hands down better than just holding the assets already. But if we want to take things a step further, back in Aave, I can borrow against this 21.08 ETH, and I'm going to keep a fairly healthy TVL of around 40% just for this example. So again, just to keep this example simple, I'm going to go here, I'm going to borrow, and I'm going to borrow roughly, let's go $30,000 just for this example here. It'll give you a health factor, but at the end of the day, that's just Aave's way of explaining the LTV, the loan to value ratio. So just for now, I'm going to borrow USDC against this ETH. So just to take us back for a second here, my ETH is safe. I'm not going to lose out on the price appreciation of it. So I can ride that ETH to the moon. And now if I get into a liquidity pool with this USDC and non-correlated assets like ETH and USDC, really don't care what happens because this is going to help me generate cash flow, and this is going to be my price appreciation. So now I can go back to VFAT and let's keep building this portfolio. I'm going to go into one of my favorite pools, which is this wrapped ETH USDC. I'm going to enter a fairly tight range because again, this is purely for cash flow. I don't care if I keep getting converted into USDC as the price of ETH goes up because this is strictly for cash flow. And there we go. There's my $30,000 worth of borrowed USDC against my ETH. That again is locked up, nice and safe. I'm going to max this puppy out. I'm going to set a fairly tight range. The weekend is over. Typically, we see prices drop over the weekend, pick back up Monday. I'm filming this video on a Sunday. I'm going to go deposit, allow, approve, and I'll be back in 2 minutes once this goes through. And bam, there we go. Transaction successful. Let's go back into my deposits, which also, by the way, just to be clear, we do cover this in our free course. And what's more is I do post a lot of articles. Now, if you don't want to spend countless hours going through the free stuff and you want to join our paid community, we do 3 live calls a week. We're always posting articles. We now do TA on our top assets. We do Friday reports. We've got deep education, even if you've never invested in crypto or DeFi. We have a massive educational portal that we've been building for 3 years. Takes you from step A all the way to step Z. We do portfolio reviews. We got tons of reports and guides and different DeFi frameworks. We've had members in this group for well over a year, and every month they're like, there's always something new, and I'm always learning. P.S. Some of our members are doing well over $1,000 per day, and many of them started with zero knowledge of crypto DeFi. So we'd love to have you. Again, it's a price of a coffee per day. And if that doesn't interest you, then of course the free stuff is also really valuable. I jump in. Or if you have more than $25,000 of capital to deploy, check out our fast track program. Prices are increasing January 1st. If you'd like to work with our team one-on-one, then fast track could be a good fit for you. Again, we do ask that you have at least $25,000 worth of capital to deploy, or a portfolio of at least $25,000 right now. With that said, let's look at portfolio growth this month. There we go. So I like going monthly because it's a little more accurate. And my wrapped ETH USDC position that I just put in is doing around $7,317 per month. Again, that fluctuates depending on what's happening. Like it just bumped up because APRs for a quick moment have shifted. I would say I could bank on this being at least a $30,000 a month portfolio setup here. And the real kicker here is I don't care if the price of ETH keeps going up. In fact, I want it to. I'll be priced out into USDC, so I'm dollar cost averaging out of my position here, enjoying the volume that's flowing through it, making, as of this second, 17 grand a month, or daily, $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 per day. And then what's really cool is as I cash flow this portfolio, I can go back to Aave and I can keep repaying this loan back if I want to, increasing my health factor. Or I can convert the USDC that I'm making over on VFAT and just keep building this position. So a quick little bonus note here. I do have auto harvesting on, so it converts all of my earnings into USDC. But what I could do, and what I probably will do, is I'm going to auto harvest into ETH, then just plop the ETH back into my Aave, building my bull run. So there are 2 examples. I have 2 more examples I'll be filming over the next few weeks. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video with people who are, they're gambling and you're like, I want you investing, not gambling. So do share this video. We have a lot more on this series. I'm actually be building a $1 million crypto and DeFi portfolio that cash flows. My target is 100K minimum per month in cash flow. And I'm excited to have you on that journey. So again, let me know below if you have any follow-up questions, if you'd like more videos like this. I like to keep my portfolio super simple. And remember, I take my fees and I keep building my bull run bag, which is up $166,000 last month. That's appreciation, but also by moving cash flow from my DeFi portfolio and building up my positions, which I can do in multiple ways, and I do in multiple ways. Sometimes it just goes straight into my ledger, cold storage, long-term holding. I'll have a peek at it in 10 years. And other times I could be moving the profits back into Aave, which I'll be doing here and building up this position. 21 ETH one week, 22 ETH the next, 23 ETH the next. And I can choose to borrow more against it, or I can just keep increasing the health factor, aka my loan to value ratio over here on Aave. Really hope that helps. I know we're going high level, but again, the biggest problem I see in this space is a lot of people are gambling and they're not investing. And I don't want that for you. So I'm happy to start revealing my portfolio, happy to start showing you the numbers, happy to show you how we're cash flowing our Bitcoin and ETH. And I wish you a ton of success. $1,000 in BTC giveaway at Rubixinator. It'll be right before Christmas. Do follow me on Instagram so you get details on that. I won't be talking about it on YouTube. It will be on Instagram. So at Rubixinator on Instagram. With that said, like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you in the next video.